Zen Ray here and is back after 3.5 weeks of the COVID bug and still fighting it. Juby, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. This thing has been attacking me from the left. It's been attacking me from the right and laid out when I found out that Donovan Mitchell was traded to Cleveland. So bear with me, Nick Nation, my band of brothers. Welcome, welcome, Juby, and thank you for coming on. Appreciate you, brother.
Nick Nation, I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a long time. I'm glad Zen Ray's feeling a little bit better. I missed you guys, man. Like I said, it didn't seem right for me to come on here and do this without my partner in crime. He's the yin to my yang, and I decided to hold out. And I was a little bit of upset about how things turned out with Donovan Mitchell. But we got the youngsters moving forward. We're ready to rock and roll. The season is I think, a mistake, 80 days until season open or something along those lines. I'm excited, Zenray, and I'm glad you're back, man.
Thank you, and let me just tell you, man, and I know we spoke in several shows back, and I was saying to you, Juby.
Gotta get underground, gotta put in that work so you can make it count. It'll create itself. Gotta get underground, gotta put in that work so you can make it count. It don't create itself, I'm sure you know. Many ideas and your body just blow. If you don't put it work, you never know. If you don't take a step, you never grow. You just keep dreaming about it and go, but you never put a foot on the road. Gotta be ready, you gotta be bold. Pick up a shovel and dig up a hole. You got a power, you gonna divide.
Thank you, and let me just tell you, man, and I know we spoke in several shows back, and I was saying to you, Juby, that basically Leon Rose was going to walk away. There's a little kind of friction in saying that Leon Rose wasn't fully vested or involved. A lot of rumors to the Knicks, Juby. Looking at their future with Leon Rose, do you see any possibility of any of these free agents they're talking about for next year and Lamelo Ball and Jaylen Brown? The Knicks have a shot, or the way Leon Rose has been negotiating, being very frugal with his assets, let's say the least. Do you think the Knicks have a shot at any of these players?
I would say two players, and I hope you can hear me. And if I'm breaking up, I apologize. But would be the first option that I think that would be interesting. He's gonna work out where he's at with the Hornets. I think he would want to come here because his dad would come here, and I think he's ready to take on that. But at the same time, we just signed Brunson, so it doesn't really make too much sense. The same way with OKC's Gigi Alexander. It's another guy I keep hearing about. Doesn't make.
Well, he's a different type of player. Okay, he's more of the Donovan Mitchell prototype, and I think he's actually a better scorer and a better defender than Donovan Mitchell. So SGA is a better option than Lamelo Ball because of what you mentioned that we have Brunson. But let me just tell you, Oklahoma is no way giving up on SGA.
I saw that Trae Young horrible Twitter of Spider-Man taking off his mask, and it was Donovan Mitchell in a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. Trae Young was basically mocking Nick Nation. So Julius Randle responded with Nick Nation, I got you. So you like to hear that? You like to see that? Yeah, he's basically saying this is going to be his year, where he's going to come back with a vengeance, if you will. It should be exciting.
Yeah, I think I expect something, a lot of stuff from Julius Randle. The question is, will Julius Randle still be here in the beginning of training camp? I think the Knicks are going to go in with this team that we see right now. The key is always like quickly to take over that second unit and being the man, and Barrett taking over that first unit and being that score that you need, that we wanted in Donovan Mitchell. If Barrett can step into that responsibility of what we would expect to get from Donovan Mitchell, then that trade really saved us a lot of assets and capital for an upcoming trade. I believe that RJ Barrett is the key. Where obviously with Brunson synchronizing this team together and having a new fresh breath of air for Julius Randle to do what he's saying he wants to do. So I can see this Knicks team doing two things: winning 38 to 44 games or winning 47 to 53 games. If you get these young kids running, you got Julius Randle with the mindset going correctly, and you have Rose and Fournier, and you put them in the right spots to succeed, and you start Quentin Grimes, and you get Cam Reddish playing the minutes that he deserves. This Knicks team can surprise a lot of people in NBA. I'm not saying they're gonna be a 5-6 seed, but they can easily be a 7-8 seed with the appropriate guidance of a head coach who is going to instill the youth and have the young players and see what we have in these young players. That way we can see how much of these assets we have that we can be tradable assets for top superstars in the future.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. Jeff Van Gundy doesn't even see us as the top 12 rank in the East. He doesn't think we're going to make it. He thinks we're really far away. And as far as RJ Barrett, I wonder if them trying to trade him if he's gonna come out and basically try to prove something, or if it's kind of their relationship is kind of a little bit on the fence. Nobody really knows per se. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a sit down with him, or they already did. I mean, you just tried trading a man to an extension, but you just try to trade him, and then you basically came up with a consolation prize and saying if we couldn't get Donovan Mitchell, so let's give him the extension, which that shouldn't have not been the case.
Well,
it should have been from the beginning.
I agree with you, but I'm going to tell you, look at the smile on his face and check out RJ Barrett.
Fans, RJ Barrett here. Really excited to be back. Really fired up about this extension, and I'll see you guys at the Garden.
I am telling you, we're looking forward to seeing you as well, Mr. RJ Barrett. I'm going to tell you this. There's no hard feeling. No one really knows if RJ Barrett was in that deal or not. Obviously, the Knicks thought very highly of him and signed him and said and put an ultimatum out to Danny Ainge and said, we're signing RJ Barrett. Let's revisit this deal. We'll give you two number ones unprotected, and we'll give you a choice of some other players. But RJ Barrett is not going nowhere. And they did that a few days after they decided to make that trade to Cleveland. So it shows you that the interest in RJ Barrett, there's no hard feelings there, Juliet. That's my personal opinion.
No, I agree with you. And Cleveland, Utah's being investigated, if you will. I don't know if there's going to be some kind of punishment for it, but they're saying that they traded to the Cavs as basically a cold shoulder towards the Knicks' way, like throwing basically smoke at them because they signed RJ and did what they did. They're basically being investigated right now, and people from the Utah organization are saying that's not the case. There's no hard feelings with the Knicks, but there's inside rumors that they were very upset that the Knicks signed RJ Barrett and came out the way they did and basically gave them an ultimatum, and because of that, they basically moved away and went to Cleveland and got the deal done. And, congratulations to Donovan Mitchell. He's going to have a great year there. Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be a team to be reckoned with if they all stay healthy. Good team. But we got a good team too. And, Zenray, I'm looking at this team, and I can tell you three players are locked in for my starting position, or 4 players. And there's still that one that's open. Whether that's Quentin Grimes, which we want to start, whether that's Evan Fournier, which I'm not really a fan of, or I'll give you another one, or that can be a Derrick Rose with a Jaylen Brunson, the way Luka did it in Dallas with Brunson. Maybe we could have a Derrick Rose and Jalen Brunson tandem. So just something to think about, Nick Nation. It's gonna be interesting. We gotta find minutes for everybody. Cam Reddish, we heard that he was unhappy. He requested trades, but then he said he never said that. He reluctant to say that he said that. I wonder where they're gonna find all the minutes for all these players. All I can say is Tom Thibodeau is gonna have a very, very tough decision to find some of these players minutes.
He's the key.
And I only hope that the core of Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, and Grimes play. McBride, I love McBride, but if McBride got to sit down, it is what it is. But Obi Toppin definitely has to play.
I agree. And let me just go back to the Danny Ainge thing. Yeah, I think you make some good points on that. He was very sour and upset, and I'll tell you why. Because normally when you have a deal on the table with Cleveland, you will come back to New York and say, hey, this is what we have on the table. Can you match that? Can you do better? If you match it and do better, then we'll give you a shot for Donovan Mitchell. So two things went there. I think that he didn't want to send Donovan Mitchell to New York, knowing that Donovan Mitchell really wanted to go to New York. That's number one. And number two, I think just because the Knicks did what they did, and was that Leon Rose who was involved in this decision of not dealing with them or just signing RJ Barrett, which I think is coming from Leon Rose. And I think him signing RJ Barrett it was kind of a slap in the face to Danny Ainge without kind of altering a deal, something else. They just walked away and gave him a timeline. Monday, you have something by Monday, you take it or leave it. And obviously, Danny Ainge turned his back, left it, and didn't give the Knicks an opportunity or a chance to match that offer with Cleveland. I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad I'm back. I'm still fighting my lungs intake of air, and this COVID had really kicked my butt. But I'm fighting back, man. I'll be back in full mode, full hope, hopefully in the next 10 to 14 days, and hopefully I'll be back to normal 100%. I just want to get back in the tank here doing my thing, and I appreciate you and your family, Juby, and everyone who watches Juby the Tubi family above everything. I want to thank all of you for being here. Remember, never give up, knowing that the best is yet to come as long as you have love, peace, and gratitude. Juby, once again, I appreciate you. Any last departing words on your end, my friend?
Just great feelings to be back with you, man. Miss you, man. And like I said, I don't do these without you. And I look forward to the next couple of days because the best is yet to come.
Thank you, Juby Tubi. Zen Real.
Never give up. Never give up. Knowing that the best is yet to come with love, peace, and gratitude.